Hi guys! So today I kind of wanted to do a fun play around get ready with me. I know I've been doing these a lot lately, but right now they've kind of been one of my favorite videos to film. So I am going to put on my little headband because I just did my hair for the day. There we go. Today I really want more of a glowy summer type makeup, but very natural and very comfortable to wear. But just so you know, I already did my skincare this morning. My face is already moisturized. And on my lips, I have my First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Lip Therapy to make sure they're nice and moisturized. I'm going to prime my skin today with the Glam Glow Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer in Nude Glow. It's a moisturizer, but I like using it as a primer because it's very brightening. So it's really, really nice for helping to even out my skin tone just a tiny bit. And it smells like fruit smoothie, which makes me really happy. I'm going to just let that set into my skin a little bit while I start doing my brows. And today I'm doing my brows with the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and mine is in the shade 3, which is kind of the medium shade. And I just like going in on the front and holding the pencil this way to fill in really quickly. And then I will turn it sideways for the tail. I didn't like this pencil a whole lot when I first got it, but honestly it started to grow on me a lot lately. It's got a bit of a learning curve to it, especially if you're used to using the super thin brow pencils. I'm just going to brush these out so they're not quite so heavy and blocky. And then I'm taking my Essence Make Me Brow in the shade 03 Soft Brownie Brows to top that with and kind of hold everything in place. I love that this has fibers in it because it makes me look like I have just a little bit more eyebrow than I actually do. And that's it for the eyebrows. And now I'm going to go ahead and move on to my foundation. And for that, I'm using my Maybelline Dream Cushion in the shade 20 Classic Ivory. And this is one of my favorite foundations. So I'm just using the little puff thing that comes with it to apply it because I don't mind the little puff. But if for some reason you don't like that puff, go ahead and use a beauty blender or a brush or whatever you prefer. And for concealer today, I'm going in with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector. And this one is in the shade Light. And this is a very thick, creamy formula, so I like applying this with my finger, just so it blends in the best. I do have a couple other little spots I want to cover up, so for that I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape. And I'm just going to pop this on the spots that I want to cover up. And I'm just going to let that sit for a couple of seconds, not minutes, seconds. And now I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm just going to dab over top. To set everything today, I'm using my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, and this is just the original translucent mineral veil. I haven't used this in a while, and I kind of missed it. It's been just sitting in my drawer, and I'm like, I haven't used you in so long. But anyway, the reason why I really love using this as a setting powder during the summer is because it has an SPF of 25. And honestly, the more SPF I can layer on my face during the summer, the better. I want to make sure that I have as much sun protection as possible because I have very, very fair skin that does not react well to being in the sun. Like, my skin freaks out and I will burn and I will get sun damage really, really, really fast. So I try my best to take care of my skin. I know this brush is like tiny for doing my whole face, but all right, now that everything is all set, I am going in with a little bit of bronzer instead of contour today. And I'm using my Wet n Wild Color Icon in Ticket to Brazil. Oh, and this also has sunscreen in it. This has two different types of sunscreen, and it's SPF 15. So not super helpful, but again, it's another layer. So I'm just going to bronze pretty much everywhere I would normally contour. I don't want anything super heavy, just want my skin to have a bit more dimension to it. And then if I'm going for a super healthy summer look, what I will also sometimes do is take a tiny bit of bronzer and pop it just on my nose and right here where you would naturally get color from being in the sun. Just a little bit. There we go. It doesn't show up a whole lot, but it does actually make a big difference when you see your face with and without it. So next I'm going in with a blush, and today I wanted a very fresh, healthy looking blush. So I'm using my Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Entertain. And this one is just this really soft peachy pink tone. And now I'm going in with some highlight, and I'm using my Smashbox Spotlight palette in Pearl. And where'd my brush go? There's my brush. All right, and today I am using the softest shade. I can't see the lightest, but I guess the softest shade. This one is Turn It On. And I'm using this cheekbones, my nose a little bit up here. And then just on my cheekbones, I'm going into the next shade up, which is Crank It Up. I'm just taking that on the very outer section of my cheekbone. I'm very careful not to bring my highlight in here because that's where my pores are. Now, I'm actually lucky for having oily skin like I do. My pores are not very visible at all because of a lot of the skin products I use to take care of my skin. But still, I don't want to bring any more attention to them than they need. So now I'm moving on to eyes, and for that I'm using my IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty Celebration palette. I love this palette. It is gorgeous. It's a bunch of mattes, and then you've got their Transforming Radiance ribbon down here, which I honestly don't use a whole lot, but I love these for transition shades and just for very natural looks. I'm grabbing my Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. And to set the primer, I'm going in with a big fluffy brush in this shade right here. This is Snow Angel. If your skin tone's a little bit darker than mine, you'll probably want to go with Champagne. Okay, so I thought I was filming and I wasn't. Just, today's Tuesday. Why does it feel like a Monday? It seriously feels like a Monday right now. Okay, so what I did is I took Warm Wishes, the soft pink tone, and I used it almost all the way up to my brow bone. And then I took the shade Miracle and took that right here down in my crease. And my neighbor is now mowing closer to my house. All right, so I'm going to grab a smaller brush. This one. This is a little round brush from e.l.f. And I'm going in the shade Toasty, which is in that same slightly warmer shades of brown. Now I'm going to direct Toasty right into that crease. And I'm also going to take this shade onto the outer, about the outer third of my lid. And I'm going to take that same big fluffy brush I was using earlier just to blend that out a tiny bit more. And then for my lid, I'm actually taking the Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick in the shade Rose Gold, which I absolutely love. And I'm just putting this all over my lid for about the first 2/3. And I'm just going to blend that in with my finger. This is so nice and easy. And these caviar eye sticks are incredible. They don't move, they don't budge, they don't crease on my eyelids at all, which is a miracle for a cream product on my eyelids. They are just absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to take that small brush again and go back into Toasty and just make sure that outer corner blends in really, really nicely with the rose gold shade. And now for under my eye, I'm just taking a little flat detailer brush and I'm going into Warm Wishes and taking that lightly underneath my eye and just blending that out nice and soft. And then I'm taking Miracle and I'm going to be going in just a little bit tighter with that and keeping that to about the outer half. I really like taking my transition shades underneath my eye. It really helps make the whole look very, very cohesive. And now I'm grabbing my teensy tiny highlighter brush and I'm going into the Transforming Radiance ribbon. And I'm going right in the middle of that. And I'm going to use just that to highlight my inner corners and just underneath the very, very arch of my brow bone. So now I'm going in with eyeliner. I'm using my NYX Wonder Pencil in Light. And I'm just going to line my waterline with this. I know I hate pulling on the skin underneath my eyes, but it is the only way I can line my waterline without stabbing myself in the eye or getting pencil on my contacts, which is really not fun. There we go. I love how well this works at brightening up my eyes. So for eyeliner today, I'm going in with my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. If you want a very, very soft natural look, you can skip liner, but I always like going with liner, especially if I'm not doing a super strong eye, because it just adds that little bit more definition because everything on me is very pale. All right, now I can see better. And I'm just going in and doing a very, very thin line. And I am going to wing this out, but just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. There we go. You can barely, barely see that wing, but if you have slightly more downturned eyes, even a tiny wing like that really helps lift them up. All right, so eyeliner is all done, and I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. And I'm using two mascaras today. The first mascara I'm using is my Maybelline Rocket Volume Express Waterproof to make sure that my lashes actually stay curled. And then I'm going to go ahead and top that with my Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. Now, if you like mascara on your bottom lashes, you can go ahead and do that. Or if you want to, you can skip it like I'm doing today. All right, guys, we're almost done. The last thing are lips. And for my lips today, I'm using the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner. And this one is in the shade Bear to Comment. And I love these lip liners. Probably the only negative thing I have to say about these is because they are so creamy, they don't wear super long, so make sure that you carry it with you. I just filled in my entire lips with this. And then to top that, I'm using my Buxom Full On Lip Cream in the shade White Russian. And these two shades pair so gorgeously together. Oh, that goes so well together. And again, that's the Wet n Wild gel lip liner in Bear to Comment with Buxom's White Russian. These two, I love, love, love how they work. Alright guys, so that is everything for my hair today. All I did was washed it, let it air dry, and then I put a little bit of oil on the ends. I flat ironed the top because it was majorly frizzy, like out to here level frizzy. And then on the bottom, I just did some super light waves. Nothing too complicated, only took about 10 minutes. So thank you guys so much for getting ready with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, comments, or just want to say hi, I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. And you can also talk to me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook. I am pretty much everywhere, and all the links for those are down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!